Hello everyone, I am Lynn, and for today's topic we're going to look at more Tartarian questions. So if you're interested in the whole Tartarian culture, hang tight. Here we go. Okay, great. So here's the question. I'll just go with that and go right into it here. Lynn, you have said that the ancient high-tech Tartarian buildings have been through the Ice Age, and that is part of the reason that they're so old but so well preserved. But you also said that Tartarian civilization happened shortly after Jesus. That means that there must have been an Ice Age in North America well within recorded history. Could you tell us more about this? And then they went on to say, when did the Ice Age start? The Tartarian architecture and coins seem to end around the year J800, which if you've ever seen those coins, even on the buildings, they'll have a date, and a lot of times they'll have a J on it. Or AD 800. Did we experience an ice age for 1,000 years between AD 800 and 1800? How can we account for well-documented history in Europe in this period? Maybe Europe wasn't frozen. When is the next ice age coming around for this currently thawed part of the world, and where's it going to hit first? Thank you. So a lot of stuff packed in here, and I'm going to touch on most of it, at least what came through to me. So I get, just in looking at the Earth and thinking about it, I have done a lot of thinking on this, that the axis mundi is always shifting as it moves through the astrological progression. You know, go through these different ages, age of Aquarius, where we're at right now. And as some places thaw and others freeze, that all changes. I do see an ice age, but when I think on this, and I've, like I said, been thinking about it a lot, I think the ice age started after Jesus. And I'd have to review the chat because this person pulled this question from a chat transcript. For those of you, I have different membership services out on Subscribestar, Substack, and Patreon, where for $10 a month we do private chats. And so this person, off the transcript from that, they saw where we were talking about it. So I'd have to review that to see exactly what I said. But I do think that the Ice Age started after the time of Jesus. The more I think on these buildings and even stop to look at them when I run across one of them, I think they're not as old as we think. Some may be pre-Ice Age, but some may be newer. So I can't get a clear read on that. The reason they last is because of the materials they use. If you're using solid stone and block and brick and all these different things, those elements last the test of time, right? You use wood, that rots, or use other things, they break down, but stone and block, it will last. Then you go in, remodel a little, and you create your own story about how that building came to be. That's what I see has happened time and time again with this. As I look at the time line and try to get clarity, I see the Ice Age came after Jesus, like I had said before, and the Tartarians came during the Ice Age shift as the axis mundi was slowly moving to a new position. New places were freezing, others were thawing, and we've all seen and heard about that throughout history. That is documented. And I get that 800 AD is more of an accurate time frame as to when the civilization of Tartary was thriving. I also get that the J in J800 stands for Jesus, and 1800s after Jesus' birth is really what that's trying to signify when we see that. So it's almost like 800 AD, but they're saying J800. So I try to touch on as much of it as what was able to come through to me. I want to thank you for the question. I think this topic is super interesting, and a lot of people are really curious about our real history, and we're slowly nibbling at the bits of it and trying to figure out the truth here. So I'd really, truly enjoy learning and uncovering more of this with you. So keep the questions coming. And again, I am Lynn with Psychic Focus at psychicfocus.blogspot.com. Hop on over to the blog, check me out. A lot of cool things over there, and also on the Telegram channel too. I'll leave you with that, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.